The following program contains views that are not those of WVTC, iNetworks Communications, their subsidiaries, affiliates, or financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ, WVTC Allsip Chicago, and iNetworks Communications. The fall and winter fashion seasons are upon us. Time Underground Furs have every coat you need to be unique and stand out in the crowd. From furs, minks, leather, suede, vests with the fur, blue jean jackets with fur, cashmere, and wool coats, with over 350 coats to choose from. Rarely will you see two of the same coat. Quality coats and excellent customer service is first and foremost. Our entire inventory is wholesale priced. You never pay full price. Every coat is 25% or more less than any other store that sells fur coats. Why pay retail when you can buy the same coat for wholesale and save hundreds of dollars? Time Underground Furs also sells to other stores at wholesale prices. We also have very nice pre-owned, slightly worn furs. We lease our coats for all types of events and have 30-day layaway only. The mission is to take the coats out of our store and put them in your closet or store. Wearing a mink or unique coat transforms you to the best version of yourself, and everyone wants a fur coat. Time Underground Furs is here to make that happen. We do appointments only. Time Underground Furs, located in River Oaks Mall in Calumet City, 708-252-1434. That's 708-252-1434. Or check out our website at www.tymeundergroundfurs.com. It's time to purchase a fur from Time Underground Furs.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to That Girl, where we inspire and motivate that girl to come from on the inside of you that God created and not that girl that the world created. Listen, you all, I am your host, Sholanda Boland, and we are blessed today to have a great, wonderful man to join us. Come on, ladies, let's give a shout out for God allowing a man to come on our show. Woo-hoo-hoo. We want to just acknowledge the author, the motivator, the encourager, the financial analyst, the entrepreneur, the philanthropist. The list goes on and on, but I'll let him share a little bit more about himself when we get into the show a little bit later. But listen, you all, for those that have joined us for the first time, I want to know what is on your mind. How do you know whether or not that girl has been released or she's trying to be released and you just don't realize what's going on? Maybe you're feeling like, man, what's going on in my life? I feel like there should be more to this. I should be doing more than just working a 9-to-5 job and doing the same thing day in and day out. Well, I've picked up and I've started writing my books and I've started writing my business plans, but I've just left them lying dormant. Well, you all, that's a sign that greatness is waking up on the inside of you, and you have got to fight hard to move all of the obstacles out of your way, those things, those situations, those decisions that you made that caused that aspiration and that goal, even your vision, to be smothered. Well, that's why we're here again every Saturday morning, to lift you up, to motivate you, and to encourage you. Listen, you guys, the kids have gone back to school, and we all know that they have taken prayer out of the school, and I know that they're working to try and bring prayer back, but we can start the foundation at home. I have written a book, and it's entitled The ABCs of Prayer. It's a children's book, and this book entails the letters of the alphabet. There's an illustration, there's characters, and there's scripture. And to go along with the book, we've created the activity book, which is a coloring book that has fill in the blank of the scriptures so that the kids can learn the word. We know effectual prayer comes through being specific and applying the word of God to your situation. So we want to lay the foundation with our children about how to pray, and that's what the books and the activity book is made for. Listen, you all, you can get both copies for $25, or you can get one copy for $15 for the book and $10 for the activity book. Well, I will not prolong the time much longer. Before I allow our guest speaker to come, But I was thinking this week and I heard the word intentional. Intentional. And I was thinking, like, man, what about being intentional? Then I started thinking, doing things on purpose, doing things with an agenda, doing things, planning things out. And that's what prompted me to go out and to bring time to on our show, aka Lewis Jenkins, to bless us with the knowledge and the wisdom that he have about many obstacles, about many subjects and topics. But being intentional, if you're finding that you're okay, I figured out this is what I want to do, this is what I'm called to do, there's a roadmap, you all, to everything that we do. So I want you all to let's begin to think and to plan and to do things on purpose. Time, you want to go for it?
No problem. Good morning again. My name is Time, aka the Stomach Doctor. I also have a show on a network 3 times a week talking about living a healthy lifestyle for life, among other things. But I always say you have to have a strategy. You have to have a plan. You just can't say you're going to do something. When I interview clients, first thing I ask them is, what is the ending look like? Because you have to see the ending. So once you see the ending, I want them to say, hey, the end goal is to lose 50 pounds. The end goal is to get more knowledge about how to handle my money. Mm-hmm. But you have to have an end game, and you have to have a strategy that works toward it, which is called the process. Without that, you just spinning your wheels. And I'm so excited to be on this show today to talk about a few things, mainly health. That's my purpose. My purpose is to get 1 million plus people to live a healthy lifestyle for life. I'm on every Tuesday and Thursdays at 4:30 and Saturdays at 2:30, and I talks about living a healthy lifestyle for life. That is so important. And for some reason, we do not take care of ourselves physically. Mm-hmm. We would talk about everything else, but we would not talk about living healthy. All type of subjects. Just use the church. The church will talk about everything else. Rarely do you hear them talking about a healthy lifestyle. For some reason, we think we got 4 or 5 different bodies in the closet, or we just can unzip this one and step into another body. But I hate to be the carrier of bad news. It don't work like that. You have to live healthy. And see, you cannot be your best self if you're not in good shape or if you're not eating healthy. How could you be all you can be? How could you be all God wants you to be if you ain't in good shape? I always say when I end my show, God markets his kingdom through us. So we have to be at our best. We want to be a warrior for God. We can't be a warrior for God on a walker, on a cane. But see, all that can change by living healthy and exercising. And also, you want to be that girl, you want to be creative. See, when she talk about that girl, my interpretation is that girl is a go-getter. That girl is creative. That girl is healthy. That girl exercise. See, when you put that forefront, then the other stuff will start to spring out. Creativity will spring out from anywhere. But in order to be that girl, you got to live a healthy lifestyle. Because if you don't live a healthy lifestyle, you won't have no energy. You can't be that girl. You won't have enough energy to write a book or to be consistent. If you ain't living a healthy lifestyle, you will not be consistent. You will continue to procrastinate. You will continue to be not your best. So I always encourage people to first, before you want to start something, the foundation is living healthy and exercise. That's the foundation. See, once you do that, see, people don't realize that's your superpower. Mm-hmm. We don't realize that. That's the game changer. That's how you step into the unlimited possibilities when you live in healthy. Because one, you'll take risks. You won't fear won't hold you back.
You have
See,
an open
fear
mind. Yes.
is the number one thing that
Yes.
holds people from being that girl and that man. It's fear. Because one thing about us as humans, we always think about the worst situation before we start something. But we supposed to think about the most positive situation and move forward. So I encourage you all to continue to listen to this show because this show is so powerful. That's why I asked to be on this show. And I want to encourage you all, if you ain't living healthy and exercising, start today. Start now. After the show, just go outside and walk around the block. Walk to the mailbox. Grab a green apple. Just start doing something. Do some squats. Do some jumping jacks. See, the most important thing and the most hardest thing to do when you're doing something is starting.
Yes.
Isn't it? When you agree?
Yes, I would.
You have to start. And then the second most hardest thing to do is stay consistent. You must stay consistent. So you have to learn to discipline yourself. Most of us don't live disciplined lives. You have two choices. You can even live a disciplined life or you can live a life of regrets. And most of us, I hate to say it, are living a life of regrets because we don't have no discipline. See, discipline also is your superpower. You have all type of superpowers that we haven't even tapped into. I can name them all day. Sleep is your superpower. Reading is your superpower.
Yes.
See, I does all this, so I know it works. I'm not just talking. I'm a doer, so I know it works. That's why I up my game to get me 3 shows, so I can continue to help people to live healthy and to help people to start thinking for themselves. So I would turn it back over to that girl.
So, time. If
Yes.
I came to you, so I'm figured out that I want to get up off the couch and I want to move and I want my focus to get straight.
Correct.
So we're understanding that the first process of that is to live a healthy lifestyle by eating proper, exercising, and that in turn will do what? Open up our mind of understanding.
Yes, along with sleeping. See,
Okay.
One thing about living healthy is that what it does is it's like it will start to change your perspective.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It would change your philosophy. You will start looking at things different because what it does is it just springs out of nowhere. God will open up your inside from the inside. He will open your mind up because now your mind got room. Your imagination got room to maneuver. That's how you come up with new ideas, or it have to be new ideas. It can be stuff that you were thinking about doing 2 years ago. You're like, okay, I think I'll try this now. It just give you confidence. Like I was saying earlier, you just give you superpower.
That's when that intentional thinking it activates. That's when you're able to set your plans, get your things in order. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way, or I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D. I'm gonna save, then I'm gonna write the plan. So, what my point is, you've built numerous of businesses.
Correct.
You've also written a book. You guys, this book is a great read. Reinventing Your Mind at Any Age. So, in the process of doing all of these things, what is it that motivated you? What steps did you take for you to be able to accomplish all of the things that you were able to accomplish? I'm sitting next to a millionaire. What are the things that helped you to get to that point and to the level where you are now?
Discipline.
Okay.
The will to want to do it, the will to want to change. Basically, all this, what you just said, started like 25, 26 years ago when I was in prison.
Okay.
That's when all this started. And I was like, when I went to prison, right? I went to prison for selling drugs. I did 3.5 years. And all this is in the book. But when I was in prison, I was like, I am not going to come home the same way I came in.
Mm-hmm.
And the first step I did was I started going to church.
Okay.
That's my first step.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I asked the God, where's church at? And then when I started going to church, and what the word of God did was, it just changed my thinking.
Okay.
It wasn't nothing spooky. I didn't wake up with a revelation. It just changed my thinking.
Yes.
So once your thinking changed, it's just what I was talking about earlier about what exercise do. It'll change your thinking.
Yes, it will.
And so I just took off from there.
Mm-hmm.
Start going to school, start working on my body, start taking care of my grill, stuff that I wasn't doing in the world. You know,
Mm-hmm.
start taking classes. I became a motivational speaker. I made up. I opened up a physical training business in jail, charging inmates commissary, charging the guards. They sneaking me in food and peanut butter. Don't
So I
me.
like that. Listen, you all, we have no excuse. It doesn't matter where you are. When that light bulb come on, you can be incarcerated. Did you all hear him saying he started his first fitness business and people were paying him? How were you getting paid?
Like commissary. Commissary is like food. That's that's money.
Okay.
And even the guards, I was telling the guards how to train. They were sneaking me in meat and peanut butter from the locker room, from the lunchroom. So therefore, I opened up a business in jail.
Wow,
I became
amazing.
I became a motivational speaker. One of my teachers asked me to speak at an event, and it didn't go well the first time, but I didn't quit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So as it went on, I got better and I got stronger. So I became a speaker. So a lot of skills that I developed now, I started behind bars. And what you just said, that girl, is that you can start wherever you at. That's why I say you can start on the couch. You can start today.
Yes.
Soon you get through with this show, you can get up. You know what you can do. First step, you ain't got to change your eating habit. What you would do is you just eat half of your food. You know, for the first 30 days, and just start walking. Or let me coach you. You can give me a call, 773-458-5084. That girl know how to get in contact with me. I can help you. I can help you get to another level. You know, hey, I can lend you my confidence. I can lend you my discipline. I can lend you my courage.
That's good. That's good.
You know, because sometimes you need other people.
Sometimes you need
discipline and confidence until you strong enough to get your own. You know, that's what mentors is for. You know, so I can help you move forward. It's a process. Is it gonna be hard? Yeah, it's supposed to be hard. Hey, y'all need to write this down. Do what's hard, life would be easy. Do what's easy, life would be hard. You need to write that down.
Yes. Do what's hard, and life will be easy. Do what's easy, and life will be hard. And we definitely take that and go in a different direction with that.
All day.
Because we never want to struggle, and we're afraid to put it on the line, to put our name on the line, or we're worried about how people would see us, and how people would view what it is that if we made a mistake. It's okay. We're talking about making life-changing moves here. And again, that's why I wanted to bring someone in that can share with you all. And I know from experience that how this person has maneuvered throughout life with skills. And I know it to be something that is God gifted, because nobody can make money out of nothing. Is that what you say? What's your phrase?
From thin air.
Make money from thin air. So yes. I want to encourage you all to understand that do it on purpose. Do it intentional, because you deserve it. Your children deserve it. Everyone around you, those people that you're going to reach with your books, those people that you're going to reach with your material that you'll create, people are waiting on your gifts to manifest. People are waiting on you to tap into really your greatness. if you're like the kind of person that everybody gravitates to you, think about it. Why is it that everybody is drawn to me? There has to be something. So I think a lot of times, we don't understand exactly who we are. So we tend to get lost in our mindset when it comes to us. I don't think we have like the motivation or the encouragement because we don't think we can do it.
No, you're absolutely correct. See, most people, it's sad to say, but it's the truth. Most people don't know what makes them happy.
Wow. That's
right.
true.
They don't. And most people they don't know. They they basically go off other people's opinions and and beliefs. Most people are slaves to other people's beliefs and opinions. That's why, one of the things I talk about in the show all the time is to help people to think. See, most people don't think.
Yes.
You think you be thinking.
You be thinking.
You think you be reacting. You don't be thinking.
Whoa, that's real powerful.
No, it's just the truth.
Wow.
And that's my thing. Even when I go speak to people, I can't teach nobody nothing. All I want to do is get people to think. So once you start thinking, once again, your reality will change. So see, once you start thinking, you're going to start being patient.
Yes.
See, a lot of times why we make mistakes is we do not think, we rush. People don't understand. Patience is a weapon. They don't understand that.
Right.
Whenever you rush, you make mistakes. How many times have you made mistakes by rushing? How many times have I made mistakes? I mean, like, man, I'm out of character. Let me slow down.
And it's costly. Those mistakes
they
cost.
really cost. Let me slow down. I talked about a few of them in the book that cost me thousands of dollars by rushing and panicking. And we have to understand, when you get ready to do something, fear gonna try to jump on you. See, once fear jump on you, you paralyzed. Now you open to all type of attacks. So that's why I'm say it again. Y'all need to give me a call so you can get healthy, or so you need a coach, or if you have a financial problem. This is simple stuff. Most of us, we don't have emergency funds. It blew my mind when I research. I do a lot of research and a lot of reading. So I'm basically knowing that I be talking about. I'm just be talking off thin air. That 40% of the people don't have $40 for emergency fund.
Wow.
But it really blew my mind when they said 70% of the people do not have $1,000 for emergency fund. So we have to learn, and this the kicker. Most of the time, we have enough money. We just don't know how to manage our money.
It. Oh wow, that is so true.
That's why.
Yes.
That's why people who win the lottery don't know go broke, because they don't know how to manage no money. So I also give money management fitness. So most of us need a fitness exercise in learning how to manage our money. And it's not hard. It just takes discipline. It just takes the word no. See, a lot of us is afraid to say no for some reason, because we're afraid people may say if we say no. I say no in a minute. One thing about me, I do not mess with good opportunities. I mess with great opportunities.
Wow.
I learned that from Warren Buffett. He do not mess with good opportunities. He only mess with, because see, good opportunities it's a waste of time. It's confusing. It's just a waste of time. Great opportunities that moves you forward. So, and one more thing before I turn it back over to that girl. You have to, two things that you have to do starting today. You have to set boundaries. Most of us don't have boundaries.
Are you taking notes? Are we taking notes, ladies?
We got to set boundaries. We just let people just walk all over, all in our space.
Yes.
Set boundaries.
Yes.
Number 2, raise your standard.
Yes.
You have to raise your standard. You are powerful. Y'all are powerful. Women are powerful.
Yes.
And what, you have to raise your standard. You ain't gonna mess with certain people, certain men, whatever, certain women, certain environment, special environments. You let small people go. Most people live poor lives because they don't invest in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So you must invest in yourself. And I enjoyed this show. It's back over to you.
This is really, really helping me, you all, because when I heard intentional, I'm thinking one way, but we have got to open our mind to love ourselves first before we can think about doing anything to impact or empower anybody else. And how do you do that? Like Tom was just saying, we've got to set boundaries for everything and everybody around us, that be it children, husband, boyfriend, sisters, best friends, whoever. We have got to, on purpose, intentionally set these boundaries, and that's how you'll notice how your circle is going to begin to get smaller and smaller, because if you just continue to let people pounce on you and just download all of their negative energy, and they may just honestly need an ear or need a friend, but all the time when you're striving for perfection, when you're looking to obtain a goal, we have got to remember that we can't allow stinking thinking to come in all the time, because it's going to cause us to have toxic energy that's going to pull us down. And if we're going to fight to get under all of the negativity right now, you know what I realized in being successful, there's a time and place, you all, where we have got to be selfish. You have got to be selfish to where this is a lesson that it has taken me forever to even think about, and I haven't mastered it yet, but it's hard for you to say no. It's hard for you to just get off the phone when somebody's talking to you, and it just seems like they really need to talk, but you're in a place right now where you have got to do what's best for you. I've learned now, say a prayer. You don't always have to let that person download on you. If you hear a need, okay, you can address it briefly, but then send out a prayer, but stay focused. Before we're running out of time now, but I want you to give us some things that we can work on, so that the next time I bring you back to the show, that we'll be able to say, man, I did what he said do, and it worked. Apply that health-wise, financial-wise, emotional-wise. Just give us like a little bit of a roadmap on what it's going to take to help us to become a millionaire, to help us to be able to prioritize and to accomplish all of the things that we hear in our mind.
I can throw a few things off. Number one, you have to get healthy.
Okay.
That's number one. If you're having a problem with that, you have to call me, because it starts. I always say that's the foundation.
Okay.
Living a healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't live a healthy lifestyle, you're gonna have problems doing the other things, because you're not gonna have enough energy.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna feel well.
Okay.
You know, you're taking medication. You have to work your way off that. But while you're doing that process, you have to be disciplined. You have to can't be afraid to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, questions is the most powerful thing in the world. You know, the more better questions you ask, the more better your life will be. Mm-hmm. You just can't assume things. We always talk about that. People always assume things. That gets you in trouble.
It gets you in big trouble.
You know, you always assume, and it be the wrong thing. Mm-hmm. So things like that. Whatever you start doing, you got to stay consistent with it.
That's a big one.
You know, yeah, you have to stay consistent with it. And one of the most, when you spoke of that emotion thing, I almost jumped out my seat, because that's my thing. You know, because we have no idea how our emotions play us like a puppet.
Yeah.
We have our emotions control you. You have no idea. You know, we have to get the emotions under control. You know, it's a whole lot easier said than done. Mm-hmm. And one more piece on the emotion thing. Whenever you're making a decision, a big decision, you have to use your head. You can't use your heart. Mm-hmm. You can't use your heart. You have to make hard decisions. It goes with a head, because the head is making the right decision. You can't make a hard decision with your heart, because that's your emotions guiding you. So it's those little things: being consistent, being disciplined. Try to overcome fear as much as possible. Easier said than done. But all these things is process. it takes process. You just ain't
Yes.
you ain't gonna master these things overnight.
No.
All these some extremely difficult things that I'm naming.
Yes.
I didn't want to throw too many on you.
Right.
You know.
So listen, you all, I hope you all have gained some kind of knowledge. Time go by so fast, but I hope you've gained something from this show. Listen, you can find, how can they reach you if they want to get more information? Consult with this man, you all. He is one of the best life coaches that you will ever find.
They can catch me on my email, thebody1 or you can just shoot me a text at 773-458-5084. You can also watch my shows, like I was saying earlier, Tuesday and Thursdays, Facebook Live or WBTC.com at 4:30 to 5, and on Saturdays from 2:30 to 3. If they ain't got that down, they can reach me through you.
Yes.
And I will help you get on track, especially with our finances. With anything else, I can help you get on track. I can, and if you need get healthy to start that, I would give you, since I'm on this show, constellation will be free. That's usually I charge $75 for constellation.
Okay.
But since I'm on That Girl, it would be free. If you call me or text me and mention that you see me on That Girl, that'd be free.
You all take advantage of that and take advantage of the opportunity to be mentored, to be counseled by this wonderful man of God, who is a very loving and caring person. I've known him for a number of years. And don't forget the points on today. In order for us to get ourselves out of the place where we find ourselves being stuck in, we have to use our mind and use our gifts intentionally. We have to have the will and the desire to be healthy. We have to have the will and the desire, that's a tongue twister, to do things consistently. We have to have the will and the desire to operate in discipline. We have to have the will and the desire to use your head and not your heart. That's powerful. Listen, you all, this show has been a blessing to me. And again, I am your host, Sholanda Boland, and we have been graced with the presence of Time, aka Lewis Jenkins. Listen, you all, give him a call, 773-458-5084, and that will be the beginning of your life-changing. Again, I am Sholanda Boland. I am here every Saturday morning doing what we're doing right now, motivating, encouraging, inspiring, and lifting you up, that you will be able to come up and out of that stuck place, that you'll be able to hear your vision and to see your vision begin to unfold when you exercise your gift on purpose, when you intentionally get up and move out of your comfort zone. I will see you all next week. You all the same day and the same time. Listen, have a great and wonderful, prosperous Saturday. Until next time, I will see you all later. Be blessed.
Remember,
views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ, WVTC.